Hello, students. Welcome to Module 11. We're going to be going over late adulthood. Think of this phase as like the twilight years. This is kind of like when a lot of adults reach retirement. They're well established in grandparenthood, those sort of things. And that's not always the case for every adult in this late stage. Some may not be able to retire, either they weren't able to secure a good retirement or that wasn't available to them, or maybe they don't have grandchildren. Uh, but one of the both the strengths and maybe some of the challenges of this age is uh, finding purpose and finding meaning. They call it meaning making. Okay. So regardless of whether someone is able to retire, they have grandchildren or anything like that, being able to uh, find things that create meaning, that create connections still in their life is really important. So this may look like, um, if someone retires to help guide them towards a little bit of community service, right? That they can reach out to the people in their community to help lift them up, to help um, them through the stages of their life, right? This leans into generativity, and this is that feeling of like giving back, of being able to teach and serve and help rising generations. We find that adults in late stage who are able to participate in that tend to be so much more like happier and report they're healthier, those sort of things. Okay. So just a quick example of this in my own practice, I worked with a gentleman who definitely was fit into this age bracket. He's in his late 60s to early 70s. Someone who climbed the career ladder really well. He owned his own business and made millions of dollars. And in fact, the day that he came into my office, um, he had just bought a brand new luxury vehicle. Okay, but when we sat down to talk about how he's currently doing in his mental health and just emotionally, he reported that he's never been more miserable in his life. And so that's just such a curious juxtaposition, right? To have someone um, who's kind of put everything into his career, his life, um, built a company from the ground up. He has, a beautiful home. He has plenty of time for vacation and travel and funding to do that. And yet he is miserable. And when we kind of dug into some of the reasons for that discomfort in his life, much of it had to do with his relationships with the people closest to him. He did not feel close to his wife. He and his wife struggled to connect. He also felt a distance from his own children and his grandchildren. Um, and so part of our treatment plan for him was to find ways that he could connect with the people around him, that he could do small things every day, whether it was calling one of his children or even his grandchildren, who at that age are teenagers, and even some of them have moved out of the home. Um, or whether he was going to do an act of service for his wife or um, invite one of his kids to um, he loved to woodwork, right? So inviting one of his children over to woodwork with him, right? Those were really important things for him to focus on and create in his life to help just find more joy and more meaning in his daily just his daily life, right? So okay. So as you read through this module, I want you just to be considering what are some of these life challenges that people in their late adulthood go through. Some major ones you would find is yes, okay, so we have retirement, right? So it's just sort of a change of roles. This is a very transitionary time of life. Also, health issues are going to be a big factor in this age. And we want to be looking at access to healthcare. Do people have the ability to medications and to surgeries and things that would help prolong and keep them comfortable in this stage of life. We also want to be considering elderly abuse, right? So after the age of 65, we do need to consider that if someone is being neglected or mistreated, exploited, anything like that, we as social workers are mandated to report on those things in Utah. So, um, we have to be aware of that. We're not just having our radar out for child abuse, but we need to be looking at elderly abuse as well. Or yeah, just keeping that in mind. Um, yeah, let's just look through what you have due this week. So read your chapter 10 of your textbooks. We have a few additional readings, a lecture video, and two TED Talks to cover. Okay, you have your module quiz 11 and also, I believe, a discussion for the week. Mm, Sorry. Okay, yep. The discussion board for late adulthood. Okay, so just make sure you guys are getting those in pretty straightforward this week. Also, I did open up the modules for the rest of the semester just so you have a clear view of what is coming up and you might be able to manage your assignments as you have other classes and things that you have to turn in finals for. So uh, just be aware that I did open those up and I'll continue to post my Start Here videos on Thursdays, but I wanted to make sure you had access to those other things. Okay. So if you have any questions, as always, just reach out to me on Canvas. I am more than happy to talk with you. Also, I have availability on Thursdays and Fridays for a Zoom meeting if that is something that you would like to reach out to me. Guys, I'm so happy to talk to you about your assignments, but also life in general and career path stuff. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? Have a wonderful day and we'll talk to you later. Bye.